Hi there, fellow travelers. Welcome back to Travel Vibes, where we believe age is just a number and adventure has no expiration date. Whether you're newly retired, traveling solo, or finally ticking dream destinations off your bucket list, you've probably realized that air travel these days isn't quite as smooth as it used to be. Long lines, confusing fees, and constant gate changes can make the whole experience feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. With the right strategies, senior travel can be easier, more affordable, and a whole lot more enjoyable than you think. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 10 airline secrets that frequent flyers over 60 swear by. Tips that can save you money, boost your comfort, and help you travel smarter, not harder. If that sounds like your kind of journey, hit that subscribe button and join the Travel Vibes community. We're just getting started. Secret number 1. The medical packing formula that smart senior travelers swear by. Let's kick things off with a secret that can make or break your entire trip, your health prep. If you're like many older adults in the US, perhaps managing blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, or even just the occasional dizzy spell, you know how important your meds are. But most people still pack for vacation the same way they pack for a weekend away in their 30s. And that's where things go wrong. Instead of tossing all your pills into one organizer, experienced travelers over 60 use what we call the 70-30-10 strategy. 70 days before your trip, book that doctor's appointment. That's your window to update prescriptions, get vaccines if needed, and ask for what's called a border-ready medication letter. It's written in travel-friendly language that customs officers and airport staff recognize, reducing unnecessary delays. Then there's the 30% rule. Never keep all your meds in one place. Split them. Some in your carry-on, some in a separate bag, and a small reserve in a travel partner's pouch if you're not alone. And don't forget to bring 10 extra days worth, just in case your return flight changes. Want to level it up? Create a voice memo on your phone, walking through your medication routine, and store it with a photo of your prescriptions in a digital folder called Emergency Info. That small habit could be a lifesaver if you're ever unable to speak for yourself. Now, let's talk about something that could save you hundreds of dollars, simply by changing when and how you book your flight. That's coming up next. Secret number 2, the smart booking trick that saves seniors big without lifting a finger. All right, now that your health game is covered, let's move on to saving serious cash without sacrificing comfort. Because if you're like most older travelers in the US, chances are you're budget conscious. Maybe you're traveling on a fixed income. Maybe you just love a good deal. Either way, this next tip could mean hundreds of dollars back in your pocket. We call it the smart booking window, and here's how it works. For domestic flights, book exactly 54 to 57 days before takeoff. For international, target 114 to 117 days out. These windows are when airlines quietly release discounted seats to fill projected gaps. It's not on the homepage, but it's in the algorithm. Now don't stop there. Instead of booking round-trip tickets, try splitting your flights into 2 one-way bookings, even if it's with different airlines. This little-known trick often uncovers better routes, better layovers, and better prices. But here's the real secret sauce. If the fare drops after you book, you can often get money back. Most airlines offer price adjustments, but only if you ask. Use Google Flights or Hopper to monitor prices, and if they dip, call customer service and request the fare match. Quiet, powerful, and completely underutilized. And one more bonus for seniors. Many airlines offer club memberships at a steep discount. These aren't just for frequent flyers. They unlock early sales, lower seat fees, and VIP hotlines for real-time help when plans change. All of this just for knowing when to look and who to ask. Next, we're stepping inside the plane to uncover the secret zones flight attendants quietly recommend but rarely advertise. You won't want to miss this. Secret number 3. The seat selection secrets that keep seniors comfortable in the air. Now that you've booked your flight like a pro, let's talk about what happens once you're on board. Because for older travelers, the seat you choose matters more than you think. If you've got stiff joints, a trick knee, or just don't sleep well in cramped spaces, listen closely. There's a hidden gem on most aircrafts called the shadow row. These are the seats positioned right near the flight attendant jump seats. Why do they matter? because crew members are stationed there, and you naturally receive more frequent check-ins, faster drink service, and often quieter surroundings. It's not in any brochure, but it's a favorite among airline insiders who've helped senior passengers for years. Now, if peace and quiet is a priority, which it often is for travelers over 60, avoid the chatter zones. These are the 3 rows near the galley or bathrooms where crew members gather, chat, and prep. Instead, aim for the middle aft section, ideally away from the rear lavatories. And here's a tool most people don't know about. Download the Turbulence Map app. It uses real-time data to help you pick smoother seats based on the flight's expected conditions. That means less jostling, less discomfort, and a much more relaxing journey, especially if you're sensitive to motion or have mobility issues. In our next secret, we're going beyond the plane and straight into the airport, where free perks and VIP-style shortcuts are hiding in plain sight. Let me show you how to unlock them. Secret number 4. The hidden airport perks that make seniors feel like VIPs without paying first class. Let's be honest, navigating the airport can feel like running a marathon. Long security lines, loud crowds, and confusing terminals aren't exactly easy on aging knees, slower reflexes, or anyone managing health concerns. But here's the good news. There's an entire system of senior-friendly airport perks that most people don't even know exist. First up, let's talk about premium drop-off zones. These are usually reserved for first-class travelers, but here's the secret. If you're over 60, you can often use them too. Just tell your driver to go to the premium entrance. You'll skip the crowds and get closer to check-in without the chaos. Next, request senior transit assistance when you book your ticket. This isn't a wheelchair, unless you want one. It's a dedicated staff member who'll guide you from check-in to your gate. No stress, no wandering around lost, and no feeling rushed. Now, if you have TSA PreCheck, pair it with a known traveler senior ID. That combo gives you faster screening, often even in airports that don't have a formal PreCheck line. Less standing, less hassle. And here's something most people completely miss. Airports have hidden quiet zones. Think chapels, art corners, and even yoga rooms. These peaceful spots are ideal if you get overwhelmed or just need a calm moment to rest. Use the Gate Guru or Lounge Buddy app to find them. Oh, and if your flight is delayed over 3 hours, you may be entitled to compensation, meal vouchers, or even a hotel room. But airlines won't offer it. You have to ask. And now that you know, you can. Coming up next, we'll tackle the #1 travel complaint among senior flyers, exhaustion, and how to beat it before you even board. Secret number 5. The senior-friendly energy plan that fights jet lag naturally. If you've ever stepped off a plane feeling like you aged 10 years mid-air, you're not alone. For older travelers, jet lag hits harder and lingers longer. Sleep routines are more delicate, and recovering from exhaustion isn't quite as quick as it used to be. But the good news? You don't need sleeping pills to bounce back. You just need a smarter system. Here's what seasoned international flight crews use, and what more senior travelers in the US are starting to swear by. It starts before you even get to the airport. The day before your flight, drink 4 ounces of water every 2 hours. This simple trick keeps your hydration levels steady without sending you to the restroom every 15 minutes. Then, skip alcohol and caffeine for at least 16 hours before takeoff. It might feel like that glass of wine or cup of coffee helps you relax, but both actually disrupt your sleep cycle and dehydrate you. Now here's the real gem, the 2-cycle nap method. Instead of one long, awkward nap on the plane, take 2 30-minute rests spaced apart. This syncs with your body's rhythm better and leaves you feeling more refreshed upon landing. Want an extra boost? Pack electrolyte tablets. Brands like Noon or Drip Drop work wonders, and sip them during your pre-flight routine. They hydrate you faster than water alone and help avoid that drained, dizzy feeling many older adults experience after long flights. And if you travel with a CPAP machine for sleep apnea, be sure to call the airline at least 48 hours in advance. Many carriers now allow in-flight use with a battery pack, and flight attendants will even help you store and retrieve it with ease. Next, we're diving into your digital safety net, the essential travel tech setup every senior should have before leaving home. Secret number 6. The digital safety toolkit every senior traveler should carry. We've covered your health, your hydration, your booking game. Now it's time to protect something just as important, your information. Because if you're an older traveler, you likely carry more medical documents, travel paperwork, and financial tools than younger folks. And that means you need a digital backup system that works when things don't go to plan. Start with this. Build your own travel vault. It's just a secure, password-protected folder on your phone, tablet, or cloud drive. Inside, a scanned copy of your passport, prescriptions, itinerary, and travel insurance. But here's where seniors go one step further. Add a PDF of your medical conditions and medications, clearly labeled and written in simple language. Now, create an ICE card in case of emergency. It should include allergies, blood type, your emergency contacts, and insurance info. Keep one laminated copy in your wallet and another in your phone case. And for even more peace of mind, write it in both English and the local language of your destination. Next, set up a dedicated travel email, just for reservations and confirmations. Then use Gmail filters to organize by trip, like Italy 2025. You'll never have to scroll endlessly again. Before you fly, download these free apps: Google Translate with offline mode, MyChart, or your medical provider's app, and Mobile Passport, which helps U.S. citizens breeze through customs, often faster than global entry. And finally, something few seniors do but all should: store a secure PDF of your will, power of attorney, and advance directive in your vault. It's not about fear, it's about freedom. And being prepared lets you enjoy your adventure with confidence. Coming up next, let's talk money, specifically how to keep more of it in your pocket while avoiding hidden traps abroad. Secret number 7, the Money Smart system seniors should use before every flight. Let's be honest, nobody wants to lose money while they're on vacation, especially if you're retired or traveling on a fixed income. And yet, countless seniors unknowingly hand over hundreds in hidden fees just by using their cards the wrong way abroad. But not you. Not after this. Here's the golden rule that seasoned older travelers in the US follow. Never rely on just one card. You need a 4-part setup to protect your finances and stay flexible no matter what happens. Here's how to divide your funds. 40% goes on your main credit card, the one with strong fraud protection and travel points. 30% on a backup card from a different bank, just in case one gets frozen or declined. 20% in local currency for taxis, tips, or markets where cards aren't accepted. And 10% on a reloadable travel card, like Wise, Revolut, or even Apple Cash. Great for emergencies or paying for Wi-Fi, tolls, or rideshares. Now for the trick most people miss: always pay in the local currency, even if the terminal offers to convert to USD. That convenience comes with a hidden 3 to 5% fee every single time. Choose native currency and save. And one more pro move: ask your bank about tiered fraud protection. Instead of blocking a foreign charge outright, the system will scale with your trip and location, keeping your purchases safe and seamless. Lastly, check if your bank or credit union reimburses international ATM fees. Some senior-friendly financial institutions offer this perk, but you have to ask. They won't advertise it. Next up, let's lighten the load, literally. I'll show you how to optimize your carry-on so it works with your body, not against it. Secret number 8, the carry-on game plan that saves seniors from aches, strain, and stress. All right, let's talk luggage, because if you've got a bad back, arthritis in your hands, or limited upper body strength, which, let's face it, many senior travelers do, your carry-on isn't just a bag, it's a make-or-break part of your travel day. Here's what experienced travelers over 60 do differently. First, ditch the trendy 4-wheel spinners. They might look smooth gliding across the floor, but on carpet or rough surfaces, they fight back. Go for a 2-wheeled bag instead. It tilts, rolls easier, and puts less pressure on your shoulders and wrists. Next, pack smarter with vertical packing cubes. Not only do they keep your clothes organized, they make it easier for TSA to inspect your bag without tossing everything in a pile. It saves time and frustration. Here's a genius comfort trick. Pack a soft shoe bag that doubles as a footrest. Just unzip and flip it under your seat. It improves circulation and eases lower back pressure, especially on longer flights. And don't forget a foldable sling tote. It fits in your bag on the way there and pops out if you do a little souvenir shopping and need an extra personal item on the way back. One more smart move: Download your airline's app. It gives real-time gate updates, baggage tracking, and even alerts you about seat upgrades before they're announced at the terminal. For seniors who like to stay one step ahead, it's a no-brainer. Up next, we'll reveal the quiet upgrade trick that almost no one asks for, but can totally change your flight experience. Secret number 9. The surprise upgrade trick that most seniors never even think to ask for. Now let's be real. Who doesn't want a seat with a little extra legroom, more elbow space, or a quieter section of the plane? Especially if you've got knee pain, a sensitive back, or just prefer not to be wedged between two strangers. But here's the thing. You don't have to pay top dollar to fly in comfort. Airlines do offer upgrades at the gate. The key is knowing how to put yourself on their radar without spending a dime. Step 1. Check in online within 30 minutes of the check-in window opening. The earlier you show up in the system, the more likely you are to be flagged for seat changes. Step 2. Dress the part. You don't need to wear a suit, but go for neat, business casual clothes. Avoid flip-flops, loud logos, or pajama pants. Gate agents are more likely to seat you in premium zones if you look polished and travel-ready. Then, and this is the golden moment, walk up to the gate agent and say this: "If you're moving anyone for extra comfort today, I'd be happy to be considered." It's polite, confident, and opens the door to opportunities others miss. And one bonus move? Join the airline's loyalty program, even if you only fly once a year. Having a profile in the system, even at the basic level, makes gate agents more likely to bump you up when there's space. All right, let's wrap things up with something that matters more than all the perks and upgrades combined. The mindset that transforms every trip into something unforgettable. Secret number 10. The mindset shift that turns setbacks into stories. Let's end with the one secret that doesn't cost a thing, but transforms everything: your mindset. Because if you've got a few more birthdays under your belt, chances are you've learned that travel doesn't always go according to plan. Flights get delayed, luggage takes detours, and sometimes things just fall out of sync. But here's the difference between a stressful trip and a memorable one: how you choose to respond. Savvy senior travelers don't aim for perfection, they aim for presence. They know that when something goes wrong, it's not a disaster, it's an invitation, a chance to try that cozy cafe you never would have noticed, to talk to the stranger in the next seat, to find the joy in the unexpected. One of our TravelVibes subscribers, Eileen, a retired teacher from Ohio, put it beautifully. She said, "I don't take vacations anymore. I collect stories, and the best ones never start with everything went right." So if your flight is delayed, or your room isn't ready, or the weather doesn't cooperate, don't just fix it. Feel it. Explore it. Let it become part of your adventure. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about where you're going, it's about how fully you experience it along the way. And with that, let's bring this journey to a close together. Ready for the closing? So, there you have it. 10 powerful travel secrets that airlines would never hand you on a silver tray. But now you've got them tucked right in your carry-on. Whether you're planning your next big adventure, a weekend visit with grandkids, or that long-awaited bucket list trip overseas, remember this: travel after 60 isn't about slowing down. It's about leveling up. Every flight, every delay, every small win at the gate becomes part of the story you get to tell. And with the right tools, a calm mind, and a curious heart, there's no reason you can't travel smarter, safer, and more joyfully than ever before. If this video gave you even one new tip you didn't know before, give it a like. It really helps us reach more smart travelers like you. And don't forget to subscribe to TravelVibes for more insider advice, uplifting stories, and practical strategies every single week. Until next time, safe travels, and may every journey bring you something wonderful.